Hi, and welcome back to the challenge. Today we're going to work on going a little bit deeper into twists. And so we're kind of following this format of having a focus on a certain aspect of the practice and then advancing it throughout the weeks if you haven't got that idea already. But I also wanted to begin with just a little bit of seated meditation today. So change the cross of the legs from what you're normally used to crossing. Rest your hands on your thighs, sit up on something if you need, and take your focus inward. Feel your breath moving in and out through your nose. Visualize the lungs fully expanding as you breathe in. And watch the lungs contract as you breathe out. Then open your eyes, but keep your focus inward. Release down through your legs. Turn your navel and twist to your right. Change sides, twist to your left. Come back to center. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, tip forward. Inhale the arms back up. And change the cross of your legs. Twist to your left. Thighs release down. Smooth the skin of your back ribs to the right. Soften the back of the neck, but keep your spine erect. Twist to the other side. It's okay, you can stay there. Come back to center. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, tip forward with your chest. Inhale back up. Come onto your hands and your knees. And we're going to do a little mobilization for your hips. So with your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips, lift your right knee out to the side, but keep your belly pulled in. Try not to hang over to the side. Tailbone straight back, crown straight ahead, and then start to make little circles with your right knee, keeping your belly drawing up. And then see if you can make the circles bigger without your hips wiggling around. Change the direction of the circles. Lower your knee down, change legs. Lift the left knee up, start to make little circles. Keep your belly pulled in, your heart lifted. Make the circles bigger. Change the direction. Set that knee down, turn your hands around, stretch back into downward dog. Oh, tight today. Inhale into a plank position. Exhale into down dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale into dog. Inhale into plank. And exhale into dog. Then lie on your belly. Stretch your arms forward. Press the fingertips down. Press the tops of the feet down. Groins up. Engage the backs of the legs. Now look towards your hands and raise your left hand up just an inch as you scoop your belly. Raise your right leg up an inch. Change. Right hand, left leg. Change. And keep going now, side to side. But don't let your belly sink towards the floor. Keep it plugged up towards your heart. Backs of the legs turned on. And now lift both hands and feet. And then do alternate without letting the hands and the feet drop down. Bend the elbows back into cactus position. Hold there. Press the feet down. Roll your shoulders open. Lift the hands up higher. Then take the arms back behind you. Lower your chest down. Press up onto hands and knees. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins, make a flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Step your left leg back into a lunge and lower your knee down. Bring your hands to your right knee and upright yourself. Raise your left arm up. Then twist, put your left hand down, spin and take your right arm up. Curl your back toes under and lift your back knee up without your right hip kicking out to the side. Bring your hand down, step back, plank pose. Knees down or legs straight, lower slowly into low plank position. Press back up, stretch back into dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale into the flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your right leg back into a lunge. Lower your knee. Inhale, upright yourself. Raise your right arm. Put your hand down and twist. Take your left arm up. Curl your back toes. Lift your back knee. Bring your hand down and step back into plank. Lower slow into low plank position. Lift back up. Stretch back into down dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, find the flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Press into your feet and inhale, come all the way up. Exhale the hands to your heart. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Step your left leg back into a lunge. Now bend the back knee, lower it an inch above the floor. Lift your navel, raise your arms up. Bring your hands to prayer, dropping that knee down low. Twist to your right, spread your arms. Come back up, raise your arms, and step forward. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step the right leg back, lower the knee. Lift your belly and come up. Bring hands to prayer. Twist. Turn your chest forward, arms back up, and step forward. Ooh, mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank. Hold in your plank, shoulders over the heel of the hands. Turn on your core. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Change, left knee to left elbow. Change, right knee to right. Other side. Stretch that leg back. Lower down onto your belly. Inhale into modified locust. Lift the shoulders, head, chest up. Lower your heart back down. Press up into plank pose. Stretch back into downward dog. Look in between your hands. Step or float up to the front. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knee. Sit your hips back. Raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a flat back. Step back into plank. Lower into low plank. Lift back up. Stretch back into down dog. Raise your right leg up behind you from the inner thigh. Exhale the knee to your right elbow. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale to your left. Inhale back up. Exhale your knee to your chest, pull up, and step your foot up by your thumb. Drop your back knee again. Inhale your left arm up. Now twist, hook your left elbow to your knee. Join your palms together, curl your back toes under. Release your right hip crease back as you lift your heart up. Lift your back knee up. Bring your hands down, step back, plank position, stretch back into down dog. Inhale your left leg up from the inner thigh. Exhale your knee to your left armpit, pull up. Inhale back up. Exhale to your right pit. Inhale back up. Exhale, pull up, step your foot up by your thumb, drop your knee down. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, twist, hook your elbow to your knee. Join your palms, lift your heart. Then keeping your left hip crease, releasing back and down, left outer hip firm. Curl your back toes without your left hip kicking out to the side, lift your back knee up. Bring your hands down, step back into plank pose. Lower slowly into low plank. Lift back up. Stretch back into down dog. Look in between your hands, step or float up to the front. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Sit back into chair pose. Raise your arms up. It's kind of freaking hot as hell out here. Okay, now hold in your chair. Keep your hips back like you're seated into the chair. Scoop up your navel, lift your heart. Bring your right hand to your right outer hip, and then twist, hook your left elbow to your knee. As you press the elbow down, lift up the front of your spine first. So join palms together. Most important in your twist, as we practice in week 1, is your length. So find the length first. Less about how much you're twisting. And even look down in between your knees. You should aim your tail straight back between your toes and your crown straight out in between your toes. Now drop your butt back 2 more inches, but then lift your heart up. Fingertips down, head down, fold forward. Sit back in the chair. Scoop your navel, arms up. Left hand to your outer hip. Twist, right elbow to your knee. Join palms together. Now look down. Did your right knee twist in front of your left? Draw that right shin back. Feel your glutes turn on. You're sitting back, not leaning forward. Then pull your navel up, lift up through the midline. Drop your butt back 2 more inches into the chair. Pull your navel and your heart up. Oh, look at that, chemtrails. Fingertips down, let your head drop. Inhale, find a flat back. Step back into downward dog or take a vinyasa. Good, then let's just do a little external vinyasa. Bring your right knee up and step your foot up by your thumb. Warrior 1, inhale, come up. Open up to your side, warrior 2. Then reach and put your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Take your left arm over. Press down through your feet, come back up into Vira 2. Then straighten your right leg, raise your right arm, get as much length to your right side body as possible as you tip out from your pelvis out over your leg and put your hand down. Left arm up. So we're going to have to practice, really practice our pratyahara today. So instead of letting those sounds pull you out or distract you, let them just be a reminder to go into your body and feel your breath, like a meditation bell. Now bring your left hand down, spin your back heel up, bend your right knee. Plant your left hand flat. It's going to get a little tricky now, but I think you can stay with me. Twist open, lifting the navel up towards your right shoulder. reach down from the front of the shoulder, top of the shoulder down to the hand, lift your heart. Now turn onto the outside edge of your back foot. Keep your heart up. You can stay here with the front foot down, or if you want to do the full side plank, step the right leg back. Press into the inner and outer foot. Squeeze in with the legs, pull up through your hips. Lift your heart. Firm your butt to your heels. Slowly with control, come into plank position. Hold there. And stretch back into downward dog. Nice. Other side. Left leg comes up. Step it up. Turn your back heel for warrior one. Inhale, come right up through the midline. Open up to your side, veer two. Then place your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Now you got all those alignment points from day 8's class. Keeping your knee tracking. Left hip in, reach your arm all the way over. Grow your tailbone towards your back heel. Lengthen your body through the line of your back ankle. Reach down through your feet. Come back up. Then straighten your leg. Raise your arm up. Get all that length through your side body. You don't have to rub yourself like this, so it's awkward. And then reach. There will be no awkward rubbing. Put your hand down, arm up. This is a channel for families. Come on. Push down. Open up your chest. Then bring your hand down. Spin your back heel up, bend that knee, plant your hand flat, and then turn your belly, your ribs, chest, take your arm up. A lot of twisting going on now. Reach down into the middle 3 knuckles on your right hand, turn onto the outside edges of your feet, and you can hold here like you're doing the single leg pigeon, or you can step back, Vashisthasana, side plank. Vashisthasana, that's a fancy way of saying side plank. Stay connected to your breath, calm in your face muscles, but strong in your core and in your legs. Slowly with control, come into plank position. We're going to hold the plank. Ooh, here we go. Glutes turn on, legs turn on, belly pulled up. Glide back into down dog. Then look in between your hands, step walker, float up to the front. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, bow forward. Sit back into your chair. Arms up. Preparation for Malasana. Fingertips down. Lift your heels up, knees wide. Stretch the hips back as you reach forward through your arms. Open up your whole back body like a turtle shell. So hollow out your belly. Let your front ribs move back. Open your back ribs. And then from here, sit your butt to the ground. Hands like they're pushing down into blocks. Scoop your belly up, lift your feet up. Tight hamstring club, you could just keep the knees bent. Otherwise, you can work on lifting your legs up. Lower into low boat pose. Come back up into high boat. Lower into low boat. Grip the abdominals in, low abs in. Even if you have to keep the knees bent to keep the abs in, better than letting the abs pop out. Come back up. Then hands next to your hips. Plant your feet down, push your hands down, and pull your hips up. Easy on the wrist. If it's too much, don't lift up. Lower your butt back down. Last round, boat pose. Low boat. Now take your right leg straight up and reach with your left hand up and over to the outside of your ankle. Change sides. Change sides. Change sides. Bring both legs up, lower your head down, inhale. Now squeeze in your legs like one leg. Tuck your pubic bone to your chest and push the hips up. Ooh. And lower your butt back down. Tuck your pubic bone to your chest, lift up, and then crunch up to your knees. Good, lower down. Oh my gosh. Roll yourself up to seated. Pick up and float back or step back to down dog. Then from down dog, last vinyasa, step your right foot up by your right thumb. Set up your back heel and inhale, come up into warrior one. Bring your hands to your hips as you straighten your right leg. Tip from your hips out over your straight right leg and put your hands down onto the blocks or onto the floor, whatever you got to do to get a flat back. So we went over this already a couple times. Chair if you need to, table if you need to, wall if you need to, just to work on getting the spine long. These are all, for real, different variations even that I've had to do in my life depending on what's going on with my body. Like I injured my knee really bad a few years ago, and as I rehabbed, this is as much flexibility as I had because I didn't practice for like 2 months because the knee was so bad. So anyways, you get the idea. Find your flat back situation. Now it's all good. Now press down through your feet and come back up. So wherever you had to go for your flat back, you're going to return to that with your left arm. Inhale your left arm up, and then exhale, reach and twist. Go to where you need to find that again, whether it's the chair, the wall, whatever. Then spin your belly, your ribs, your chest. Take your arm up. It's a lot more challenging with the legs straight because it's going to pull on your back body. It's going to make you want to round over. But don't round over. Keep your space. And then instead of yanking this right arm behind you, pretend like your right hand, like you have your chest against the wall. Push with your right hand into the imaginary wall, and then turn your left chest towards that wall. Bring your hand down. And should we try this? This is a little gnarly for week 2, but I think you're good for it. You can either fold forward over your leg and let your head start to drop, go into flexion, or lean into your foot and raise your back leg. Then lower your left leg to meet your right. Inhale into a flat back. Step back into downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot up. And inhale, come up. And set up for Parsvottanasana. So feet go about 3.5 feet apart. Lined up inner heel to inner heel, or you can go wider. You can even go shoulder distance apart for better stability. Tip forward, hands to the wall, chair, or tall blocks. But either look in a mirror or have someone take a picture of you with your cell phone to make sure that what you feel in your body as a flat back is actually a flat back. Because we don't want to be strengthening in the twist a hunched over spine. Then reach down through your feet, come back up, raise your arm up, and reach and twist to that wall, chair, or block. Spin your belly. Reach your tail straight back through the midline, the imaginary line I drew the chalk line down your mat. Crown straight out through the midline. Take your arm up. And now don't try to pull your arm behind you. Push with your hand into the imaginary wall turn your rib cage. Let your chest tell you how much your arm should move. Then bring your hand back down. Either hold here folding forward or step up to balance on that left leg for the standing splits. Lower your right leg to meet your left. Press into your feet. Inhale, come up. And release, arms to your side. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Then set your knees down. With your fingers, increase the crease behind your knee. So you can take this little trick that I love where you take your fingers right into the crease behind the knee and gently massage into there, deepening the knee crease. Because if you get little knots and sticky bits in there, then it's really going to inhibit how much the knee can bend. So you can even squeegee the calves down and then go to sit back. Now all different levels of Virasana sitting, so you can go to the level that works best for you. If you're feeling pain in the knees, better to prop up or not even sit back, just stay here. No pain, no gain. No, other way around, pain, no gain. Okay, then if you're feeling the quads release, maybe walk your hands a foot behind you, lift your heart up. If you're more flexible, you can just move the block out of the way and go onto your elbows. And then sit back up. Interlock your fingers, turn your palms inside out, and raise your arms up. Bring your arms back down, change the interlock, raise your arms up. Arms back down, lie on your belly. Stretch your arms back, lift your chest. Then lift your feet up too. Buttocks to your heels, scoop your front of your pelvis up to your heart. Then lower back down, and if possible, reach back and grab a hold of your ankles or your feet without crushing the low back. So if this feels like too much strain on your lower back or your knees, just stick with the last one. And whichever one you're going to do, start to roll up. Lower yourself back down. Hands next to your ribs. Roll up into upward facing dog. Stretch back into downward dog. Set your knees down. Set your elbows down. Press down evenly into your forearms and then lift your hips up. Headstand dolphin pose. Now if you're already practiced at headstand, you're comfortable balancing in your headstand, you can lower your head down and take your legs up at the wall or even in the middle of the room. Otherwise, you're just going to hold here for 5, 4. Now if you want to challenge yourself more, try raising a leg up, keeping the kidney band broad and without rounding your upper back. Change legs. Last 2 breaths. Lower that leg slow. Walk into plank on your forearms. Hold there. Plug up your belly. Now raise your right leg up 1 inch. If it's too much on your shoulders, your core's giving out, just keep both feet down. Change legs. Set that foot down. Come back up onto your hands. And then stretch back into dog. Come to a seat. Sit with your legs wide apart, Upavista Konasana. Then walk your fingertips out in front of you. Let the tops of the thigh bones descend. Feel your groin spread towards your knees. Now keep all 10 of your toes and your knees pointing straight up. Then sit back up straight, turn to face your right leg, descend your left thigh as you lift your heart up. Hold there or start to reach out over your leg. Inhale back up. Twist to the other leg. Work on your upright seat or start to lean out over your leg. Inhale back up. Then bring the left leg into Janu Sirsasana position. Janu Sirsasana position. Raise your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, reach out for your foot. Inhale back up. Change legs. Raise your arms. Grow tall as you breathe in. And exhale, reach out for your foot. Inhale back up. Then turn to the front. Lie down onto your back for the final spinal twist. Open your arms out to the side. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. And let your legs fall over to the right. Come back to center. Change the cross of your legs. And let the legs fall over to the left. Come back to center. Stretch out for Shavasana, corpse pose. Then gently bend your knees. Roll over to your side and press yourself up. Bring your palms together in a moment of mindfulness meditation. Notice how the body feels. Notice your current mental state. Notice the quality of your breath. And be grateful for the energetic shift that comes at the end of your practice. Thank you. Namaste. All right, hit that like button. Let me know below how the triangle twist went if you were a wall, chair, block, or floor person. I'm interested to know kind of like where we're at in levels of flexibility. And I hope that you took the picture and made sure. Hey, make sure that you turn on your notification bell as well. I think most everybody doing the challenge is subscribed. If you haven't already, do that. But also turn on your notification bell. Thank you. Have a great day.